week 10 of the fantasy baseball season, and he has a few pitches I would look to buy low and trade for this week. The first guy is Jack Flaherty of the St. Louis Cardinals. So Flaherty, he was on pace to have a Cy Young type of season here for the Cardinals, but now with the oblique injury, it's going to cost them probably to the All-Star break. So right now is a perfect time to go out there and get him and stash him on your injured list. So on the season for Flaherty, 62 innings, 8-1 record, 44 hits, 20 earned runs, 7 homers, 20 walks, 67 strikeouts, a 2.90 ERA, and a 1.03 whip with 7 quality starts. So Flaherty, his last outing was May 31st. So right here, this oblique injury is obviously devastating. The All-Star breaks, in mid-July here. So now Flaherty, he's going to miss another month at least of the season. And obviously the Cardinals, they're going to play it safe here with Flaherty. And right now, fantasy owners who own Flaherty that might be down in the standings might just look to trade him away and get anything for him. But right now, with a major injury like an oblique, that many players get that injury and they're out for a few months, this is a perfect time to buy Flaherty low. Because like I mentioned, he was on pace to be a top pitcher in this league this season. He already had 8 wins, which I still believe is up there in the major leagues here with the wins. And right now is a perfect time to get him. So if I could swing a deal on a lower value for Flaherty, this is the week to do it. The next pitcher is Ian Anderson of the Atlanta Braves. So Ian Anderson, it's been an up and down season for him so far this season. The consistency hasn't been here for the former top prospect in the Brave organization. And on the season, 59 and a third, 4 wins, 3 losses, 48 hits, 24 earned runs, 6 homers, 25 walks, 65 strikeouts. Still a respectable 3.64 ERA and a 1.23 whip with 5 quality starts. But the last couple weeks, he's been hit hard, is Anderson. 8 and a third, 0-2 record, 8 hits, 8 earned runs, 2 homers, 4 walks, 12 Ks, and 8.64 ERA and a 1.44 whip. So the last 2 outings have really done him in. But this guy, he's got electric stuff. He's an up-and-coming pitcher. And we've seen already flashes of it this season, him pitch gems. So I think he just ran into 2 tough ball games, in my opinion, is Anderson. And right now, well, he's pitched poorly the last 2 outings. This is a perfect time to get him. So May 21st versus Pittsburgh, 6 innings, got the win. 6 hits, no runs, 6 Ks, a 1 whip, and a quality start. May 29th at the Mets, 4 innings, got the loss, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 homers, a walk, 6 Ks, a 9 ERA, and a 2 whip. And then June 4th versus a tough Dodger team, 4 and a third, got the loss, 1 hit, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 6 Ks, an 8.31 ERA, and an 0.92 whip. So his next outing is June 10th here today at Philly is Anderson. And I know Philly's a small ballpark. I know a lot of balls fly out of the yard there, but I just think Anderson's a great buy low candidate right now. And he's a pitcher that definitely could turn things around. And his numbers are still pretty decent, in my opinion, even after getting hit hard the last 2 outings. The next pitcher is Steven Strasburg of the Washington Nationals. So this guy's been a walking injury now the last 2 seasons after he cashed in with a huge contract a few off seasons ago. So right now, Strasburg, he's on the injured list already for the 2nd time this season, and this time it's the neck injury where he's been out the last couple weeks here at Strasburg. So on the season here, only 21 and a third, 1-2 record, 16 hits, 11 earned runs, 4 homers, 14 walks, 21 strikeouts, 4.57 ERA, and a 1.38 whip with a quality start. So Strasburg, he just can't get out of his own way. Even when he started his career off, the injury concerns were a problem with him, where he had Tommy John early in his career. So this season and last season, he just can't stay healthy. But it looks like he's going to resume throwing soon, Dave Martinez said. So hopefully he only needs 1 or 2 rehab starts, and he has no setbacks, and then he would be a good buy low candidate. But obviously Strasburg, he's definitely a guy I can't trust, but he's also a guy I could buy low, and we know the potential upside. So right now, I would try to swing a deal for him before he comes back and finally could get healthy and pitch well here at Strasburg. So this is the time to go out there and buy him low before you miss the window if things go in the right direction. The next pitcher I look to buy low and trade for is Clayton Kershaw of the Los Angeles Dodgers. So it's been an up and down season for Kershaw as well this year. On the season, 7-5 record, in 76 innings, 63 hits, 31 earned runs, 8 homers, 14 walks, 86 strikeouts, 3.66 ERA, a 1.01 whip, in 7 quality starts. But the last couple weeks, he's been hit pretty decently. Is Kershaw, 12 innings, 0-2 record, 15 hits, 10 earned runs, 2 homers, 4 walks, 15 Ks, a 7.5 ERA, and a 1.58 whip. So right here, it's been struggles for Kershaw, but the bright side for me here for him, he's still going deep into games. I know teams have been hitting him hard the last few outings here, but he's an ace. He's in a contract season, and he's going to turn things around. So if there's a frustrated Kershaw owner out there who obviously drafted him in the 2nd or 3rd round of their fantasy drafts, and they're looking to trade him off, I think you could get him on a little bit of a discount this week. Is Kershaw in the last few outings. May 25th at Houston, 7 2/3 got the win, 4 hits, 1 earned run, a homer, 6 Ks, a 1.17 ERA, 0.52 whip, and a quality start. May 30th versus the Giants, 6 innings, got the loss, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 homers, 3 walks, 6 Ks, a 7.5 ERA, and a 1.67 whip. And then June 5th at Atlanta, 6 innings, got the loss, 8 hits, 5 earned runs, a walk, 9 Ks, 7.5 ERA, and a 1.5 whip. So the last 2 outings, he still won 6 innings, but he gave up 5 runs in both of those ball games. And I think he'll turn it around. And what's a better way than getting things going versus a weak Texas team tomorrow in Los Angeles? And the 5th and final pitcher I look to buy low and trade for is Jose Urquidy. So Urquidy, he's been a pretty decent pitcher in my opinion this season. 4-3 record, 55 innings, 49 hits, 23 earned runs, 8 homers, 10 walks, 47 strikeouts, a 3.76 ERA, a 1.07 whip, and 4 quality starts here for Urquidy. In the last couple weeks, 10 1/3, 1-1 record, 12 hits, 7 earned runs, 2 homers, a walk, 14 Ks, a 6.10 ERA, 1.26 whip, and a quality start. So Urquidy, just the last outing or 2, it's been bad news for him. But besides that, he's been pitching well. He had an injury earlier in the season, but he bounced back pretty quick and got back on the mound here for this Astro team. So the last few outings, May 12th, before he went on the injured list, 3 2/3, no runs, 2 hits, 0.55 whip, and 4 Ks. May 31st versus Boston, 6 innings, got the win, 3 hits, an earned run, a walk, 9 Ks, a 1.50 ERA, 0.67 whip, and a quality start. And then June 5th at Toronto, 4 1/3, got the loss, 9 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 homers, 5 Ks, a 12.46 ERA, and a 2.08 whip. So Urquidy here, numbers, they've been pretty well the last 4 out of 5 starts for him. But right now, some owners, they're disgruntled with him for whatever reason. But I think this guy's upside's good. I think he's on a pretty decent Houston Astro team where he could get a good amount of wins. And he could go deep into ball games, which we've seen early in the season. So owners, for whatever reason, have dropped him in 2% of fantasy leagues. So if I'm looking for a decent starting pitcher that I could get on the cheap, I think Urquidy's the guy's pitchers I would look to buy low here and trade for in week 10 of the fantasy baseball season.